Welcome back, everyone. Today I have another video. Today we're doing Boa Hancock. Right there, we're gonna be doing videos now, like every 2 days or every 3 days. But yeah, we have this leader I was exciting for, because the way I read it is like a crocodile type of deck, where you want to play a lot of removal and basically just your removal to draw your card. So what I attempted to do was a crocodile-like deck, where I'm playing at every point or junction of the game. I want to be playing a creature that removes something and draws your card, basically. So any of these cards, even a Don Flamingo that bounces back to the hand, if it says bounce back to the hand, draw a card, develop a 7-drop, I think it's a good option. Also, I'm playing Flamingo because it's searchable out of Sengoku, so it kind of works out both ways. I have like I don't need to play too many of him because I can search it, and then also it gives me a good 7-drop removals, which is good. There's a lot of 7-drops, and 7 is a good like midpoint. Of course, if it was 8, this card would be insane, because you could bounce back the Flamingo, all the other 8 drops that black plays, and then you can actually like combat those decks much easier. But at least we have an A removal on 10 done. It's not the same, but it works. It does his job at least. And we're playing some Borsalinos, the same. There's a lot of 4s that you can remove, get an AK attackers. It's really nice. And again, if auto removal draws a card, all the better, right? The most important card of the deck, of course, and the reason why we want to go first, is because we get to play Mihawk. Mihawk has the same range as Flamingo, but this one also bottom decks it, so it's not a +1 to the. It's not a net positive to the lead. It's just like remove something, you draw a card, develop a 9k body. Really important for our deck. And how do we do on the early game though? The early game, I think, is gonna be comprised of Jinbe and any of the 4-drops that you can play. I only opted to play these 4-drops, the blocker, because I mean, you need blockers in this deck. You also want to look at the top of the deck, set up the best curve possible, so that's why I'm playing Flamingo. I'm playing Boa Hancock. A lot of people don't like to play Boa, but I think Boa is just insane. She demands an answer on the turn she's play, and if not, she's gonna net you cards, and then she's gonna still demand an answer the following turn. So and it's a blocker on a pinch, so if you need to play multiple bodies at some point during the game, and she's also a blocker on top of that, it's really important. So I think Boa is one of the best warlords that you can play. Yeah, there's other ones that can do on place ability. Maybe you can play a Gecko Moria to buy back counters, but I don't think it's as good. Like the fact that you can draw a card being a blocker on attack on defense, and she demands an answer, is very important. It's very meaningful. The deck does not struggle for hand size because of the leader. You draw a lot of cards because every other junction of the game you're gonna be just playing big bodies that just draw your card, basically. So that it's not bad, and you're gonna have an opponent's field that is not as clogged with cards. So it's just fine to play Boa. That's what I'm saying. I'm still playing 3 Sogekins, because as you can see, there's a lot of non-counters cards in this deck, so I want to cycle them out, remove something out of my opponent, draw a card, develop a body. Same theme as all the other ones. I don't want to apply too many, but this one has a counter, so it's good enough for me to play him, of course. The 7-drop spot is really heavily contested, so that's why we want to be going first. We want to go 7 into 9 into 10, basically. That's why I'm only playing one of this one, the Gravity Blade, because again, the 7-drop spot is really contested, and I really want to develop bodies on the 7-drop turn, and so on and so forth. So this one is more like got you. I'm able to remove 2 cards in one turn, maybe remove 2 blockers and go for game, of course. And then we have Boa as the other new warlord that we can play. This one, I didn't want to play too many. I think it's better when you go second, and it only draws you a card if you remove one of your guys, basically one of your Sengokus. It's not a problem. It's still really nice if you can draw a card with the Sengoku removing your guy. It's stifling one of the opponent's cards is really good, and on top of that, she being an AK attacker is really nice. So it's a solid card. I just didn't want to play too many because I intend to go first, and if I this card going first doesn't fit my curve that well, So it is more there to like buy you that one turn that you need and develop a reasonable body for not that much energy. So that's why she's in here in the deck, and especially for going second, of course. If you can go Jinbe into Boa, into Flamingo, into Mihawk, into whatever the case is, you're still gonna have a going second turn incredibly strong. So that's why, yeah, I'm playing a couple of them, and she's searchable, so it doesn't matter, right? The 2K counters that we're gonna be playing is Law, Crocodile, and Pudding. Pudding, I put in here there because sometimes you do what, just play her turn 1, so you can bounce it back and then draw a card. Important. If you play like a Jinbe and then bounce her back to the hand, you draw a card. Really good, of course. So she's there for that reason. Not as good against black, but still, you should play her because he has the upside to draw your card on turn 2, which is really good. And then from there, of course, some zeros, so we can combo all of these non-counterable out of my hand. Some red rocks, because there's a lot of high-end cards that you have to remove, especially on yellow. So you still have to like play some of these so you can deal with those cards. I think the deck is solid. I think it's gonna have a close game versus many decks. I don't think it's necessarily favoring to anything or is necessarily unfavoring to any deck. It's just really what the deck gives you. If it gives you a really good hand, you can definitely contest for game, because if you tempo them out correctly, you're gonna win. The problem is if you draw poorly, it could be not beneficial for you. If you do draw too many non-counterable at some point, it's not gonna be good for you. So it really is how the game of the flow goes. I think small decisions will make you win, will make you lose, depending on how it goes, right? But with that being said, it's all I have today. Let's go see some gameplay. And a huge thanks to Card Market for sponsoring this video. Okay, and let's go against Rob Lucy now. We're gonna go ideally first, but no, we're gonna go second here on this one. This hand, I mean, it's decent. I would like to have Jinbe into Boa, but at least I have a turn. I'm not gonna play the Pudding here, because if I play the Pudding and they have a Brook, they can easily KO it, and then I just lose a lot of value there. So I just rather just use it as a combo here. And then, yeah, definitely gonna play the Boa. And I mean, Jinbe into Boa would be much better, of course, but I'll take this. He's probably gonna remove it, but she's there for that reason. Just try to just buy a little bit of time, waste the removal on that. And surprise, he didn't actually remove it, so that is very good for us. I do want to remove the Sable, even though I don't get to draw a card. I should remove it, and I should have also attacked with the Boa. I didn't attack. It was pretty much guaranteed that he was gonna remove her this turn, so I got 0 value out of her, and I was gonna defend the leader either way. So if I attack with Boa, that was a mistake on my end. Didn't think about that one. Here I could play Sogeking, but I mean, Don Flamingo is fine here, bouncing back. He can KO my guy, but that's okay, because I want him to play 2 cards at some point, and then I can sort the 2 cards. So this is just fine. I want to remove some of the pressure, because that's how I'm gonna lose, if any way. And then we do get to pressure here a little bit. 5, I definitely comboed this one. Oh, no, I should have probably comboed that one, honestly. But he's not gonna attack me, then I don't get a card out of the removal. So maybe I didn't. Yeah, I don't think this was a good play on my end, but it's fine, I guess. Definitely should have comboed that one. I guess I was looking for plays, because I only had the Mihawk and I kind of needed something else, but the top of my deck would have given me better plays either way. So that was a mistake on my end, honestly. We were able to remove at least his board, which is important. He doesn't have too many cards in hand. Also a good thing for us. If he's not able to remove this Mihawk, then we will be in a really good spot. But if he is able to remove the Mihawk, then and he plays something like a drop Gecko Moria, that would be really bad for us, because then we are like in a real high clock that we have to like develop enough creatures here to remove. He attacks for 5. I get to combo out of this one at least. He plays the Gecko, but I don't think he has enough to remove it. Yeah, he didn't have a Hell Maple. That I make sure that I didn't attack the Hell Maple. And he's attacking with the Hell Maple just to force me to attack it. But yeah, thankfully I was not... I don't need to get baited into that trap. This Kaido, however, is actually pretty decent. Even though it only bounces back the Gecko Moria, I don't mind if he plays the Gecko Moria again, because, I mean, that doesn't really do much. He doesn't have an attacker besides the leader, so he's either going to attack for 7, which we get to combo easily with the Gun Rain, or he is going to attack 5 and then 5, which is pretty much the same, so I think that's okay with me. He's going to do basically the same play. He's just going to play a Gecko Moria and... try to get back Rebecca and just try to get back combo power, because he cannot kill the... He still doesn't have a Hell Maple on Grave, so he cannot kill my Mihawk. And again, he's still trying to bait me into removing this Hell Maple, and he does gonna do it himself. At least he got this guy, so he can draw some more cards. So he's getting back... Like, his hand is getting back to the a good size. However, I'm able to stick 2 threats into the board, so he hasn't able to remove like both my guys back to back. So that means I do have a clear win condition here, which is these 2 guys. I just need to keep developing some cards, and then this turn I'm just gonna put him to 1 if possible. That's why I'm attacking for 8. My opponent realizes that going to 1 will be a really bad idea with like the board that I have right now, because it's still not gonna be easy to remove this, like 2 of these guys. It's possible, it's not like impossible for him to remove 2 guys. He has a -3 on board already, and with a couple of those Tempest kicks is gonna make it a little bit more easy, but it's not the easiest thing to do. It really depends if he plays Ice Age or not. Some lists don't play it. Attacking for 6 is really annoying. That 6 is, if I don't have a 2k counter, it will be really punishing. I do have to take the 9 from Gecko, but I'm okay with that. I can live with that. And then, yeah, he's not able to remove 2 guys, which is really important. And that could give me enough tempo here to just not die. What I could do, however, is try to put my opponent into like a difficult spot where I go, oh yeah, I'm attacking you for 7 now. Do you want to combo out of that one, or you have to combo out of my 2 guys? I'm going for game. So then because he didn't combo out of that one, then I can attack for the same amount here into this one. Do you want to combo out of this one? You're probably going to lose the Gecko Moria anyway. And I'm just going to play something like a Boa Hancock at the end of all of that. And I'm still probably going to be able to remove the Gecko Moria. So yeah, he has to kind of let it go. And then probably take this one up. Yeah, so he goes to 1. And now he has to deal with this blocker. He still doesn't have enough. Like, if he plays another Sabo and removes 2 of my guys, I still have a shot at winning next turn, because I have my Borsalino and my Boa leader to maybe attempt to do numbers good enough to win. If he plays blockers, then I have the 7 draw event, so I can remove both blockers and then I can get through. I'm gonna force him to remove my Boa Hancock here, and that's fine here. He removes it, but he's not gonna be able to go for game, so it's fine. So instead he's gonna play Rob Lucy and Sabo, which is fine as a play. And I'm gonna combo out of this one, because in case I don't get to go for game, I'm gonna do the same play I did last turn. Basically, I go attack. I'm gonna remove these 2 guys out of the board, and then I'm gonna attack for like 8 into the leader. He wants to combo out of my leader with 8, then I get to remove his Sabo basically, and it depends on what my opponent does here. So I'm talking for 7 actually, and then he combos out of that one. Okay. Well, I still have a good shot at winning. So I attack for 8 here. If he wants to combo out of 8, then I get to attack for 10 on this one, and it's difficult to have exactly, yeah, more than 10. So yeah, I mean, he needed to have a specific set of cards to actually be able to combo out of. He needed 3 2k counters, so it was unlikely. So that's why I went for game. But if my other way to go about it would be, if he combos out of the 8, then I can just remove the Sabo for free, and then it's unlikely that he's gonna be able to go for game, especially because the last card in my life was the Gungam Rain. So yeah, I mean, that's what we play for, and that's sometimes what you have to do, right? Okay, and we're gonna play against Dragon. It's not a deck that I have seen too much on the people playing or testing. It seems like an okay deck to me. I've been trying to mess around with it. Of course, I'm gonna have a video about it, but to me, there's like two ways. You can build a like revolutionary army, or you can build a like rush, trying to be really aggressive. I think both ways is probably just fine. The deck seems, I mean, probably the rush version, and he's playing Nami, so I'm assuming he has more like a rush version, trying to attack me down as much as possible, attack the opponent down as much as possible. So that's pretty good. However, he didn't develop anything here turn 2. He did get to poke, I guess, at 2 cards, I guess. But that's fine. He attacks with that one, and we do have a Jinbe going second, which is really nice. Jinbe into probably Law, because next turn we can maybe make him discard, get a 2k counter back into our hand, so that's not bad. And then he plays a Sanji. Probably should combo to this one, so we can get our hand size low enough. Okay, that sounds pretty good to us. He has 5 cards in hand, and Law doesn't trigger until he has 6. So I'm gonna attack the leader first, see if he takes the life. Because if he takes the life, then I don't have to. Well, that's perfect for us. I wanna bounce back the Law, but I do also wanna get the value of attacking. So he didn't defend the Sanji, so he's gonna lose a card. He probably should have defended Sanji, honestly. But that's fine. I don't need to bounce back with my Boa, because I need to remove my Sengoku, because I'm gonna bounce back with the Law, so I get the draw for free anyway. And this ends up working out for me, of course, very well. Boa being a good win condition at the moment. Yeah, it didn't remove anything. It didn't do very much anything, but it's an A cost card. I mean, A K attacker, so very important. And he's attacking our Jinbe, which is very good for us because we get to basically use it as a blocker. So yeah, I take that every day of the week, of course. He attacks. He hits the Red Rock. I could have used it on Soto, but I'm thinking the next possible card that could be a problem for me is Dragon, the A drop, and I don't have an easy answer for that one. So I think it's better if I just save the Red Rock and I have a just good answer for that card. And that's what I'm gonna do. And of course I can just play 2 blockers right now, so next turn is not as bad for me if he does have something like a Dragon. I'm looking here on the top 5 for like counters. The problem with these 2 looks or like a blockers here in this matchup is like the most important ones, because I have enough threats, I just don't have enough counters. So the problem with that one is just I couldn't find any like good like stream of 2Ks that I could amass so I can survive long enough. So I was just bottom decking those until I could find some better 2K options. Attacks for 7. I should combo to this one because I'm gonna remove this Dragon next turn, and then he's gonna attack with whatever number, but I have a blocker, so that's good for me. Fortunately, we drew another non-counterable card, which does make it a little bit more difficult for us. But we drew now another one that has counters, so that's good. I'm gonna 5/5 probably just poke. See if my opponent takes. No, he's just gonna combo out of everything, and that's good for us. I'm thinking about not attacking with Don Flamingo, but I feel like I have to deal the damage here. I have to put my opponent on. If you don't kill me next turn, I'm gonna kill you next turn. So I have to put him on like a real clock here, and it ended up working out for us because he killed the card that we attacked with. So we got all the value that we needed here. Of course. So now he goes to 1 and then attacks for 7. I'm gonna counter that one because I don't think he can actually go for game here now. However, he will be able to attack my Boa if he wants to, and that's rough that actually that worked. It really shouldn't have, but okay, he put the bets on like I have used a lot of 2K counters, so fair enough. I guess that's an option here. I have 2 options here. I can either play the Mihawk and then guarantee that I'm gonna be able to kill him next turn, or I could do the 7-drop and guarantee that I'm not gonna die next turn. It is a preference a scenario at that point. Maybe it was better to play this 7 cost card, remove the 2 attackers, and attack for 8 at the leader. Maybe put him to 0, and then either show me a blocker, or I'm just gonna push your face in. So this was a little bit too risky for my taste, and I ended up getting a non-counter out of life. So it really put me in like that really precarious position where I could have lost to like random stuff. So definitely, my opponent should have also attacked with different numbers, by the way. He should have attacked for 6 on the Zoro, on the first Zoro, because he knew I didn't have a 2k. Well, I could have a 2k. No, I guess it didn't matter, right? No, it did matter because we got a 1k out of life on the last attack. So instead of attacking for 7 on the first Zoro, he should have attacked for 6, and that would have got him there, right? Because he could have done 6 and then transferred the 2 here. Yeah, he could have actually just gone 6-7, and that would have got him the game there. So I think my opponent messed up the order to win this game. And again, I did make a mistake here then by not removing the 2 guys and then attacking for 8 at the leader. That was probably the best way to not lose this game. So that's why I wanted to showcase this game. This was a really like the last part of the game really showcased how like one small decision changed this game completely for both of us. All right, so this is the against Law. Law is a weird game. Going second seems to be the better one for us because we can develop like a Jinbe, but if you don't have a Jinbe, it's really bad. But if you can develop a Jinbe and something else like 2 bodies, then you can play like the no attack the leader. Like if you're going second, you don't attack, you could not attack their leader and then try to start them out of resources. They have to draw like multiple forgot her name, the draw 2 purple poison. They have to draw multiple of those to keep up, but we're going first, so we have to attack, of course. We have to be aggressive and progressive here. But as I was saying here, going second is probably the best option because it allows us to maybe starve them out of resources and then develop our board and then win on a long game because we are able to combo and keep drawing. Early game is more going first is more difficult, of course, doing that. We get to bounce back this guy at least and attack. It's not bad. We develop 2 threats, which he can only deal with 1 if we are being honest, and then we're gonna see what we can find from here. Next turn we get to bottom deck 2 cards at least, I think. It's probably gonna be our play if I have to be convinced, although this is a lot of Ains, so he gets to keep ramping and developing. So this is not the greatest, but at least he hasn't drawn 2 cards, which is like what would like define this game, if anything. He kind of needs the cards too, as well as the ramp, so you need to draw even more going first. And then he gets to play. Bone Clay, okay, so he keeps ramping. I could take that one, I guess. I kind of looking for plays too as well. It's a lot of Ains here, but we do get to attack his hand by attacking these Ains. And he's gonna defend them, of course. We'll get to remove 2 of them, and I'm gonna remove it with the I'm gonna leave the Bone Clay because if anything, we will be able to attack it if I defend with all the cards in my hand. He did draw purple poison, so that's really bad for us, but... And I probably have to defend. If he has a rusher, it would be really bad for us. But I do need the hand pressure more than anything against his. So I will defend if possible. If it costs me my whole hand, well, so be it. but I think I do need to attack as many times as possible and remove the cards that he's got as much as possible. So this will be an important turn for that reason. Maybe he attacks for 6, he attacks for 7, and I'm committed to saving this crocodile, I think. So I will defend if possible, because I know that I could actually defend it if he doesn't get a rusher on top of this. He is gonna get a rusher, so I have to defend anyway. And then he goes 5 here, so we get to attack the bone clay and remove that one. And yeah, I mean, it's really tight here. Kind of need another of remove 2 guys so I can stabilize here. But he's poking at our hand very, very efficiently here. But at least we had the perfect 2 answers for this hand, for this board. So bone clay being a really obnoxious one for sure. And then he keeps just ramping and developing bodies. This guy actually very obnoxious, not gonna lie. Let's attack with this one first to see what he does. If he wants to block with the blocker, I would assume he doesn't, but so is that, I guess. And we're gonna have to play the tempo game here. I'm gonna remove the blocker. So I can attack the Ain for 8, and then if he wants to attack my Mihawk, then I'm like, if attach energy to attack my Mihawk, then I'll let it, so be it. At that point I don't have to I can just attack the bone clay back, and then that'll be fine. But if he doesn't attach, if he decides to go for life, then I mean, I have to be able to do combo out of the other 2, I guess. And if he tries to go for game, he has a like bone clay, leader, and rusher. And then he tries to go for game and he doesn't succeed, then I'm gonna be able to do like I'm gonna be able to use these 3 cards to maybe go for game. So I'm trying to bait him into doing that. I want him to, instead of playing a blocker, just and it kind of worked out here, because if he does the rusher here, then it works out for us. But instead he has removal for my guy, so it kind of backfires on me. But he only has 3 done. He's gonna go to 5, so I should be able to remove it. I mean, to save myself. I could even play a 10 drop, I think, Kaido here, and then put him to 1. I think that's possible. And then play Kaido, bounce these 2 backs, draw a card. So even if he attacks with attach all the energy and attacks me, I should be able to combo out of this attack. And then it comes down to if I can remove the and I made a mistake here. I don't know why I combo all my blockers. I should have just kept my 2 blockers here. Because if I have 2 blockers, then it's really difficult for him to actually go for game. He's gonna play a blocker and I have to draw removal. If I do this one, if he has a 1k, he can just get out of that one, so that doesn't work. Unless I draw a 2k, and then yeah, I think it was on me. This game, this loss is on me. I should have kept the 2 blockers instead of the crocodile, and so that way, like, he needs double removal, which is fairly impossible on this deck. So I attack for 7 first, hoping that he taps with the with this guy. He doesn't, so then that way I have to attack this way, and then hope that that I have enough that he cannot remove my Boa Hancock. Is my only hope here. Or that the Boa draws me a card, and yeah, he's gonna be able to remove the Boa and attack me for what? He gets to play a bone clay and attack me for 7, so it was unlucky. I think I should have played that better. I should have I should have, instead of comboing the blockers, I just play 2 blockers, and even if he has 2 rushers, well, no, if he has 2 rushers, not necessarily able to win. But I mean, it's hard to say, honestly. It's hard to say which one was the better one, because if he has 2 rushers, I don't think I can beat that. But if he has like the play that he did, then he can get out of that one. So it's an unfortunate situation either way, and I played to the best that I could, I guess. And we have our game against Rob Lushi here. This one, again, Rob Lushi will be a lot about how many A drops they have. It feels like, and especially them going second, if they have multiple back-to-back A drops, and the A drops are as back-breaking as something like Sabo, it could be like really devastating for a deck. We don't have that many good answers against that. I think going second in this matchup probably ends up being better. As our hand is actually pretty good, not gonna lie. We have Jinbe into the 7-drop spell, I always forget the name, into Mihawk. So we have a very good curve if we need to. And yeah, I mean, we're gonna take a damage here because it's fine. Or we have the Boa to fill that gap if we need to. So we have a really good one. Although our opponent is not shy about like the fact that they have a good answer versus our board there. But that's fine. I mean, that delays his having 10 cards in trash play, so that's okay with me, I guess. And then we get to play Boa Jinbe. We get to attach an energy here. If he removes my Boa, so be it. But in the case that he's not able to remove the Boa, we get some value there, so I'm okay with this. And he has to remove her before he attacks with the leader, because if he attacks with the leader, then we get to draw a card. So I think that's fine with me. I'm fine with him having that, like, the perfect answer. I should have drawn the card here. I think I don't end up doing it, but yeah, I should have ended draw the card there and then just put it in rest mode, just in case he does have the removal. But also he also has the chance to attack her for 7, so that's not that great. And then he can remove something like Jinbe. So it is a like I took the different line here where I could have defend my cards, I guess. That was the reasoning behind it. Well, we do get to remove 2 cards here, so we get to remove whatever he doesn't keep on board. And this 1-drop doesn't matter to me, so I'm just gonna attack the leader. And we get to remove with the 7 swords and the other one, of course. We draw a card, and then we have a really good stance on this game, of course. Gecko Moria, however, a very annoying card. Really gonna put a hindrance in our game, especially because he milled another Rob Lushi. Although he didn't. Oh, he did. He should have attacked first. He would have gotten a 0, and then he would have been able to destroy my Jinbe. But okay. I mean, I cannot play for my opponent, of course. However, if they have multiple A drops, I don't think that matters. Even that matters. Because we're a little bit behind. We only have him at 4 life. And if he's able to remove my board next turn, like if he KOs my Mihawk and my Jinbe, I'm gonna be in a rough spot, not gonna lie. But my opponent at least knows how to play against, like, comboing early against this leader. Just not take too much damage, because the damage is gonna come from our big guys. So then that's it's good to see that at least that he's doing that correctly, I think. And it seems like he's gonna be able to remove both my guys. He's gonna go Sabo. Sabo does not deal with my Jinbe, at least, so he's gonna soak some of the Gecko Moria damage. And here, well, I have a few options. I have to play the Boa here, remove the 1-drop, and maybe deal damage. The problem is if he has more removal, it's not even that good. And I misclicked and I put the wrong card on lock, so that really takes me out of the game. I think I don't think I can come back from that. There are new cards. I don't know exactly how they interact sometimes with the sim, so I have to block something first and then win. But I don't think it would have mattered because I think he had removal for the Boa, and then at that point he had a third Gecko Moria, and at that point it's just like 3 8-drops back to back. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it happen. Even if I attack the leader, even if I do the play correctly, I was still gonna be on a really difficult spot here. I was gonna be at 2 life, and then next turn I have to face another 2 guys. My Boa Hancock would have lived, but I don't see the path forward to actually winning the game, because next turn he probably will just kill me with 3 of the 3 drops here. So either way, I think I would have lost the game either way on the long run. So I'm just cutting it short for that reason. Okay, and for my rating on this deck, I think I give it a solid 4. I think it's not like the most competitive. I mean, it's a competitive deck. I think it does have the legs to stand on. It's just like some other decks are doing some things a little bit more unfairly than her. So sometimes you can fall prey to those type of strategies. But I mean, it is what it is, right? Sometimes you have to play that way. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes you cannot, right? But with that being said, that's all I have for today. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day.